General Settings Overview. Let's go over some general settings. The main page for you is the Team page. Here, you can see the names and extensions of your colleagues within your company or department. Some companies have multiple departments, and extension access varies. Some extensions can access all departments, while others are restricted to their own. For example, a manager may have access to management, sales, and support, while a support agent may only see the support department. If you have access to multiple departments, click here to switch between them. Selecting a department will display the relevant extensions. Extension details. Now, let's talk about extensions. For each extension, you can see the name of your colleague, their extension number, their current status, which we'll explain later in this video. Additionally, you have quick actions to make an audio or video call, start a chat, mark an extension as a favorite by clicking the star icon. If you're in a large organization, marking frequently contacted colleagues as favorites allows you to reach them faster. Additional options, 3-dot menu. Now, let's click on the 3 dots next to an extension. Here, you'll find several options. Intercom. Start an instant audio call with this extension. Email. Send an email to their registered email address. Leave a voicemail, send a voicemail. Call mobile. If their mobile number is registered, you can call it. Send SMS. If SMS/MMS is enabled on your system, you can send a message to their registered mobile number. Video conference. Start a video meeting with this contact. We'll explain more later. Set status. If you're a manager, you can change your team's status. Set reminder. If enabled, you can schedule reminder calls, often used in hotels for wake-up calls. Delete reminder. Remove a previously set reminder. Assign. Reassign this extension to another user, available to managers/admins. Clear. Delete an extension, only visible to admins. Monitor quality, typically used for call quality monitoring, if enabled. 3CX settings and status customization. Welcome. In this section, we're going to explore the 3CX settings, what kind of information is available, and how you can use it to manage your calls efficiently. Setting up your status. Before we dive into the settings, it's important to first understand how to set up your status in 3CX. 3CX provides 3 main predefined statuses and 2 additional customizable statuses that you or your administrator can modify. To access your status settings, click on your avatar in the top right corner. Here, you'll see your name, your extension number, your current status, indicated by a small colored square. For example, a green square means you are in available status. Default and custom status options in 3CX. By default, 3CX includes these main statuses. Available green, away orange, do not disturb, DND, red. Additionally, 2 custom statuses can be configured by you or the administrator. In this case, they are named lunch and business trip, but they can be renamed and customized as needed. We'll show you how to modify them later. Next to each status, you'll see a small edit, pen, icon. Clicking on it allows you to add a status message, which your colleagues will see. Some desktop IP phones also display different status colors, though most commonly, they show green for available and red or orange for other statuses. Understanding each status. Available green. You can receive calls on all registered devices, web app, desktop phone, mobile app. Your colleagues see you as available. Call forwarding rules, if configured, are typically disabled. Voicemail is not automatically activated. Away. Orange/yellow indicates that you're temporarily not at your desk. Incoming calls may still ring or go to voicemail, depending on your settings. You can customize an away message for your colleagues to see. Calls may be forwarded to another extension, an assistant, or voicemail, based on company policies. Do not disturb, DND, red. All calls are rejected automatically. Callers may be sent directly to voicemail or another configured destination. You won't receive notifications for calls. Useful when you're in a meeting or need 0 interruptions. Custom status 1, for example, lunch, a user-defined status that can be customized. Works similarly to away, but you can modify call routing and forwarding rules. Example, calls might go to voicemail or forward to a colleague while you're on a break. Custom status 2, for example, business trip, another user-defined status that can be configured by you or an admin. Example, Calls could be forwarded to your mobile instead of voicemail while you travel. You can set different voicemail greetings, forwarding options, or messages for this status. Voicemail greetings for each status. You can also set a voicemail greeting for each status. We'll demonstrate how to configure this later in the video. Temporarily changing your status. Another useful feature is the ability to temporarily set a status. For example, if you need to step away for 15 minutes while currently available, you can click on the temporary status option, set your status to away for 15 minutes, add a message, such as be back in 15 minutes. After the set time, your status automatically reverts to its previous state. If your original status was away, it will return to away after 15 minutes. If it was available, it will switch back to available. Overriding business hours. The override hours option may be available depending on company policies. Some companies restrict making or receiving calls outside of business hours. If permitted, you can override hours to temporarily make and receive calls beyond normal working hours. Ringer off mode. Enabling ringer off mutes your extension, preventing it from ringing. Status sync across all devices. Your status applies to all devices linked to your extension, including the web app, your desktop phone, your mobile app. This means that changing your status on one device updates it across all platforms. Some users mistakenly believe that setting their mobile app to away will still allow calls on their desktop phone, but this is not the case. Using multiple extensions. Some companies allow employees to have two separate extensions, one for the web app and another for a mobile device. In this case, each extension can have its own status. Accessing the settings menu. You can reach the settings menu from here or here, pointing to the locations in the interface. We'll cover these options in just a few seconds. This is the log off queue option, which applies when you are part of a call queue. A call queue is a system that distributes incoming calls to available agents in a specific order. If you log out of the queue, you will not receive incoming calls, and this may go against your company's policy. Please be aware that all queue activities are monitored and reported to your manager. If you log out, your manager can see when and for how long you were logged out. This is just a friendly recommendation to ensure smooth call handling and compliance with company policies. Final note before we dive into settings. Before we explore the settings, let's go over one last important feature, the small QR code in the top right corner. When you click on it, you'll see the option to install the 3CX app, voice/video call and chat with colleagues. This section provides the download links for the 3CX app on Android and iOS. Setting up the 3CX app. After downloading the app, you must grant two key permissions for it to function properly. Without these, the app will not work. Open the app after downloading. Follow the instructions and click Next. Click Scan QR code and scan the QR code displayed in your 3CX web client. If the QR code doesn't work, click Refresh on the QR page and try again. In 3CX version 20, the QR code expires after a while, so you may need to refresh it before scanning. Permissions you need to enable. Camera to scan the QR code and for video calls. Microphone required for making and receiving calls. Contacts optional. If this is your personal phone, you do not need to give full access to your contacts. You can allow access to only selected contacts depending on who you call through 3CX. Now, go ahead and scan the QR code to activate your 3CX app. Using the 3CX app. Once installed and activated, the 3CX app functions just like the 3CX web app, with additional features when used with a desk IP phone. Company policy note. Depending on company policies, you may or may not be allowed to use the 3CX app outside of work. Some companies use a login-based system, meaning the app will only function while you are logged in. If you log out, the app will stop working. When making calls via the 3CX app, your company's phone number will appear as the caller ID to the recipient. We will guide you through scanning the QR code in action. This is a shared screen from an iPhone. First, open the app. It will prompt you to allow notifications. If you choose Don't Allow, you won't receive call or message alerts, so we recommend enabling notifications. Next, you'll see the license agreement. Please review it and accept the terms to continue. The app will then request microphone access. Tap Allow. Swipe left to proceed to the next page and click Scan QR code. At this point, the app will ask for camera access. Please grant permission to continue. We then scan the screen of our monitor displaying the QR code from the extension. Note that you can always adjust these permissions later in your phone settings. If you prefer not to allow camera access, you can disable it at any time. After scanning, you'll see this screen. As mentioned earlier, all functions remain the same across the app, with minor differences. A follow-up video after this tutorial will highlight those differences. Now that the 3CX app is set up, let's move on to the settings section. Welcome to the 3CX Web Client Settings Overview. In this section, we'll guide you through accessing and navigating your settings in 3CX version 20. You can access your settings in two ways. Click Settings in the left side menu. Click on your avatar at the top right, then select Settings. Now, let's explore the settings page and see what options are available. General Settings Overview. On the settings page, you'll find key details about your account. Your mobile number, if it's registered, it will be displayed. Otherwise, you can add your number here. Your department displays your assigned department. If you're part of multiple departments, you can switch here, if enabled. Language settings, select your preferred language. This will update system messages for your extension. Theme selection, choose between light mode, dark mode, or system default. Voicemail and call details. Now, let's look at voicemail and call settings. Voicemail PIN. You can only view your PIN here. To change it, you must dial the voicemail number from your extension. This is your voicemail number. Dial it from your extension to access your voicemails. And here and her, there are your talk and meet URLs. Click to copy the link. Last active connections. Click to view all active sessions, including IP address, device type, operating system, browser type, if using web client, last use date, expiration date. If using a browser, you will be automatically logged out on this date.
PrismRoute here to save the day, making all your worries sway.